important than any other mainstream media outlet that exists.
The Breakfast Club.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it.
Strike the blink out.
You think I'm gonna come here when this ain't hot?
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Being here next to all of you guys, it's really big.
It's one of my favorite shows to do, just because y'all always keep it 100, y'all keep it real. But what better place than here?
I think everybody should go on the Breakfast Club and start with that if you want to shake it up.
Good morning, USA! Yo 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 yo. Charlamagne the God. Peace to what am I doing? Peace to the planet. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day.
Give that man 3 weeks off. He forgot what he was doing.
That's right. I be forgetting what the hell I even do here. You know what I mean? And then I just realized all I got to do is come in here and run my mouth. What an amazing life. Look at God. How's everybody feeling, man? I feel blessed, black, and highly favored. What's happening?
Yes, good morning. It is Wednesday. It is Hump Day, middle of the week. Hopefully you guys are having a great week so far. Today on the show, we have a writer and director. James Samuel will be joining us. Of course, he's the director and writer for the new movie Book of Clarence, which comes out this week.
Yeah, it's his second movie. His first movie was The Harder They Fall. You know, that was the Western with a cast full of black people. And he took us to the Old West. Now he's taking us to the New Testament. Really good movie, man. Just one of those movies that's very layered, one of those movies that makes you think. So I like having these conversations. It's difficult to have these conversations on air, though, because we already saw the movie.
Right.
So you don't want to give the movie away, but then you got so many questions because you've seen it.
Correct.
You know? So I'm saying all that to say we're going to have to start waiting till after opening weekend.
Yeah, but you still want to promote the movie, though.
Yeah, I know people want to come on because they want to promote the movie because they want to have a good opening weekend, but damn, or maybe we just have another conversation afterwards.
Yeah, conversation
after.
Yeah,
it's really good. It stars Lakeith Stanfield and Tiana Taylor. Who else is in there? Dr. Strange is in there. What's the white man name that played Dr. Strange?
I don't know.
Benedict Cumberbatch, I think his name is.
You asking the wrong person.
If it wasn't Marvel, I'd get his name wrong on purpose. You know, I like to do that every now and then since they always confuse us.
Oh boy.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you seen the trailer, there's a short trailer and a longer trailer. Go to the longer trailer. It'll give you a better vision about the movie because the short trailer kind of confuses you. I was speaking to my mother last night, and she was saying that her and my dad, they go to movie night every Friday, so they were going to see it. My mom was like, I don't know what it's about. It looks confusing. And then when I explained it to her, she was like, oh.
That's what I'm saying. Even if you see the trailer, you still should go see the movie because whatever you think the movie is about, trust me, it's not about.
Correct.
And salute to everybody who tuned in to us last night on CNN. Me and my good sister Angela Rye, we was on Abby Phillips' show on CNN last night talking about Reason Choice Media, which is a political network that was launched, political podcast network launched here at iHeart, that Angela Rye and Chris Moreau and myself were founders of, and their show Native Land Podcast launches
Thursday.
Tomorrow.
That's right, tomorrow.
Yeah, it's her, Andrew Gillum, and Tiffany Cross. They have a podcast together called Native Land Podcast. We was on CNN last night talking about that, amongst some other things.
That's right.
Yeah, salute to Abby Phillips, too, for having us, man.
All right.
Well, but now we here, back on the Breakfast Club.
That's right. And let's get the show cracking. We got front page news coming up. A lot to discuss, so don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tiz.
Good morning, Charlamagne. I was going to say, I'm getting off like Charlamagne, trying to get my groove back. Good morning, DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
Peace, Tez.
Good morning. Let's jump right into it. Let's start off with sports quickly. Now, Miami Heat coach, he signs a record 8-year, $120 million extension. That's the largest contract in NBA history in terms of total value for a coach. So congratulations to him. And the Titans fire head coach, Mike Vrabel. That's his name, right? Mike Vrabel? Yeah. All right, well, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about these journalists caught on a hot mic.
Journalists were caught on a hot mic talking about Trump being assassinated like JFK. Let's take a listen.
I mean, if he's driving, we've got a good shot.
Yeah, if he's driving with the front window open.
Yeah. Or if it's a convertible.
Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah. Like if he just pulls up
like JFK. It's like a JFK, a Lincoln.
No, it doesn't. Oh.
Maybe someone, just like they told JFK, you know what you should do? You should take a convertible. It's so nice out.
Oh, trust me, a lot of them feel like that about Trump. Elected officials, journalists, they want him out of here. But that's also the kind of rhetoric that definitely, makes his fan base rally behind him. But, as crazy as that sounds, that's not as crazy as Trump's lawyers arguing that a president can order a SEAL Team 6 to assassinate his political rival if Congress is cool with it. Y'all heard Trump's lawyers say that? Like, Trump's lawyers said a president couldn't be prosecuted over an assassination if Congress were okay with it. So,
Right. And that's another thing that we're talking about today. As that hearing continues, Trump was in court, as you mentioned. He was facing the appeals court to talk about if he's immune to his activities regarding the January 6th. And so, Charlamagne, you're right on that. And then, Envy, you and I were talking about how Donald Trump is planning to deliver his own closing arguments. And this goes back to, Charlamagne, when you said this is going to be the best entertainment.
Man,
going back to the Dino Brown.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to see things this year that we have never seen before in American politics. and it's like all of these new normals call for new strategies, man. But the only person that seems to have new strategies is the person that they're trying to get the hell up out of here, and that's Donald Trump. And his strategy is destruction.
The
fact
that he said he wants to speak after his lawyers. His lawyers going to give a closing remarks, and then he wants to do a closing argument after that.
He got to let everybody know, if I go down, I'm taking all you bitches with me.
Jesus.
Stop acting like y'all don't know who this is. Nino Brown, Donald Orange. Y'all know how it goes.
What time this happened? I need to see this. What time this is going now?
Well, we'll see. Well, we don't know the exact time, but we do know that it'll be today in court. So we'll bring it to you tomorrow. We'll bring that live, whatever he says. Hopefully we can get some audio from it and air it tomorrow. But I think we kind of predict, that he's definitely will be putting on the show for sure. And Charlamagne, you're right. This is a year that we need more, discussion around what's happening. So congratulations on that network again, and to the good sister Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross and Andrew Gilliam. Be able to, unpack these things in a larger form because it's absolutely necessary.
Thank you.
All right, and we're going to talk to them tomorrow as well, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's right. All right, now, thank you, Tez. What we doing next hour?
Next hour, we're going to talk about 2,000 migrants that had to be sheltered in a high school, and the high school students have to go to school virtually. So, really good topic coming up in the next hour.
All right. Now, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. Get it off your chest. Maybe you had bad weather wherever you're at. Maybe it was a rainstorm, tornado, or maybe your favorite team won, or maybe you're just having a great morning. Whatever it may be. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Top of the morning, Envy. What's cracking? It's Montana.
Montana, what's up? Where you calling from, brother?
I'm calling from the highway right now. I'm a truck driver. I'm crossing the Whitestone, but I just wanted to check in and say what's cracking to you and Uncle Charlotte, man.
Peace,
It
King.
was a long 3 weeks without y'all.
Oh, man.
We back, though. How you doing? How you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling blessed, back in highly favor, Uncle Charlotte. I got a raise right before the new year.
Hey.
My kids are healthy.
That's right.
And I'm at work. I can't complain.
There you go.
There you go. Well, be safe out there. You in that truck now?
Yeah, man.
You know what I need?
Can I get a quick shout out to
Go
my
ahead, brother.
kids, please? All right, we'll give a shout out to my daughter Princess, to my daughter Brooklyn, to my son Blake, and my oldest son Tyrell. I love you guys.
All right, brother. You have a
Out
good
the
one.
heart.
Be safe on that road.
Say that.
Hello, who's this?
This is Laura. How are you doing this morning?
Hey, Laura. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
I'm going to get off my chest about this. You asked about the gamers being home and how old your kids have to be.
Yeah, yesterday we had a topic of, at what age would you leave your kids home alone?
Yeah, 15 for me is a good age to leave home. It all depends on your kids. Mm-hmm. But as far as a gamer, definitely not 10. My son is 24. He plays in his room. He has on noise blocking headphones. He hears absolutely nothing. Yeah. The alarm goes off. He hears nothing. I have to go into his bedroom, flick his lights on and off for him to turn around to even notice I'm even in the house. I've been in the house for a whole hour. He doesn't even know I'm in there.
Yeah, that's what I said about my son. He don't hear nothing with them headphones on. You could be screaming his name. He don't hear nothing. You got to damn near
alarm.
Shake him and he get scared. But yeah, I feel you. I agree with you, Mama.
Yeah,
don't leave him home.
But by the way,
15 is good.
You say your child is 24? Ain't no goddamn kid. That's a grown ass man.
That's a grown ass man, right? And my 30-year-old will come over. Right, my 30-year-old will come and play with him too. They don't know. They have no idea I'm in the house. None. With those headphones on. Don't leave them home. None of them. I don't trust none of them. They'll burn your house down.
I just want you to know, Queen, If you can't trust a 24-year-old and a 30-year-old, then something happened along the way that you might want to reevaluate.
I don't trust them at all.
Damn it.
All right.
Y'all have a good one.
You too,
Yes,
now.
ma'am. Don't call up here talking about your kids won't leave the house. And you talking about 24 and 30. Big grown-ass kids.
She said, I can't leave my home alone. They 24 and 30. What?
What was the comedian saying when she was like, that penis too big to be in my house? You got to get a job. I said, well, who was that, the lady from Abbott Elementary? I can't remember the sister name. She's funny as hell, though.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, it's Devon from Jersey. The Beijing King.
Duvall, what up, man? Get it off your chest, brother.
What's going on, guys?
What's up? How you feeling?
Man, I'm all right, but back to how you favorite, but a little mad that I didn't get a delayed open. I work in a school, and this weatherman was talking about all this rain, and we ain't get nothing over here.
My kids got a delayed opening today, and it wasn't too bad, but they got a delayed opening yesterday. Once they said that the governor said that it was a
state of emergency.
They automatically did a delayed opening this morning.
You know what? I was shocked they didn't change that, though, especially waking up this morning and seeing that it really wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little upset about that because I got to work all the way to Sparta. I drive all the way to Sparta. Nothing. We ain't get nothing.
I'm sorry for you, bro. I figured Sparta would have got messed up a little bit, but maybe not.
Yeah, nope, nothing.
We'll be safe on the roads. All right, brother. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live? Hello, who's this?
This is Church from Detroit. What up, though?
Church, what up, though? Get it off your chest.
I got two things I want to... Actually, I got three. I want to start with you, Charlamagne. Yo, Cowboys cheated my Detroit Lions, and I don't like that.
Can't even understand nothing
I
you
heard
said.
Exactly
all
what you
I heard
said.
was you said Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. That's all I heard.
He said the Cowboys cheated the Lions.
Hey, man, my Lions on the way too, baby.
Well, guess what? I hope the referees cheat for us all throughout the playoffs, baby. Let's go. I hope they cheat for us all the way to the Super Bowl and beyond. Let's go.
Thank you, Church. Sean Stone, what up?
Hey, good morning. Peace and blessings. The number one fan is back.
Happy New Year, brother.
Peace, Sean Stone.
Hey, good morning, Charlamagne. How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, black, and highly favored, King. How you?
Hey, man, I want you and Dr. Umar to stop shaming black men or black women that like white people, man. Or like to date white people, man. You be shaming people, man. What's up with that?
I ain't shame nobody. You must feel ashamed. Do your thing, King. Why you feel ashamed?
Charlamagne, a couple of years ago, you know what I mean? I looked at a past interview that you had with academics. You used to like them white girls, man. Stop fronting, man.
That is not true. If anytime you ever...
You you said in the interview, you said, yo, I like to make love to white girls so they don't sweat a lot in the summertime. Remember?
First of all, that was a joke. When in the action, that was an actual joke.
No, it wasn't, bro.
And I also used to say you don't sleep with no white women after Labor Day. You remember that one? You remember that one? Since you want to remember half the joke.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, of course you don't. But let me ask you a question, Sean. This is what I don't understand. Why do people get upset when individuals like myself say, yo, I don't have a problem with interracial relationships, but I like to see black men with black women? When you think about because what?
Because you be coming off like you trying to shame black people or a black woman or a black man for dating white people, you know what I mean? And
Sean, don't let them affect you.
You feel ashamed. Whenever you out with your white woman and you holding her hand, you hear Dr. Umar's voice in your head.
Who you want to date, brother?
I don't have a white woman, Charlamagne. I'm just saying.
So why do you care?
Because it's so funny and hypocritical to me to see you in an old interview talking about, I don't like to make love to black women in the summertime because they sweat too much. What?
And I also said you don't sleep with white women after Labor Day. It's called a joke, Sean. Learn to laugh.
Sean, date who you want to date. Don't let Charlamagne or Dr. Umar affect who you want to date. If you wanna take a white woman to your picnic, go ahead and do it, man.
And by the way, once again, I don't understand why people get upset when you hear a black man say he likes black love. When he says, hey man, I like to see a black man with a black woman having a beautiful black family. That's what I have. You know what I mean? Right. So whenever I hear y'all brothers be so upset about that, don't be ashamed. Go out there and do what you do, boo. Okay, but when Dr. Umar says what he says and I say what I say, don't be embarrassed. Why are you embarrassed for?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time now. When we come back, Michelle Obama says, don't make us couple goals. We'll explain when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk couple goals.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes. Now, Michelle Obama did an interview with Jay Shetty on his podcast On Purpose with Jay Shetty, and they talked about being couple goals. All right, they've been married 31 years, married in 1992. They have 2 daughters, Sasha and Malaya, of course. But before this interview, we also got a chance to sit down with Barack Obama. The Breakfast Club did, and we asked him about. We did.
When? Oh, you talking about back in the day?
Yes.
Oh, you make it sound like we just did it.
No,
Where was I at?
I know. We got a chance to sit down, and we actually asked him about, being in a marriage and how it worked and how everything looked all peaches and cream on the outside. And this is what he said when we interviewed him.
So when you talk about your wife and you talk about how hard it was and how she didn't want you to run, how bad did it get in the household? Did it ever get to the point where it was like, you know what, maybe this is not going to work for us, or was that never an option when it came to your relationship?
No, I think there were times where certainly she thought this wasn't going to work. Michelle once told me something that I think summed it up pretty well. She said, I have organized my life not to have a lot of mess in my life. And politics, by definition, brings mess into our household. Mm-hmm. And I understood that. And the sacrifice she made is one that, I've had to work off. I've been, my debt has been.
You're still paying that tab off.
It's almost like a payday loan, it just keeps on.
Well, on the podcast with Jay Shetty, Michelle, she talks about
she responded to that interview.
Not being couple. She didn't respond 4 years ago.
Shut up, boy. I'm trying to tell a story here. She responded to that interview. That's what she was doing. She was on Jay Shetty's show, responding to what Barack Obama said on The Breakfast Club. Go.
First of all, pick well. Pick somebody you respect and like. Start there. And then remember that that's who they are. And then understand that with that, they are going to be, and you are going to be deeply, deeply flawed. And you're going to make a whole lot of mistakes. Yeah. Right? But in the end, you can look that person in the eye and you go, you're still the person that I like and love and respect, and we can figure this out. So I share that because I don't want people looking at me and Barack like hashtag couples goals and not know that, no, there are some broken things that happen even in the best of marriages.
Yeah, I mean, listen, none of those individuals you see should be couples goals because you don't even know these people. Like, we only know what we see on TV or what we see on social media. We don't see them at home. And that's when you see the real relationship. And that's what real relationships are. Like, it's all a process. You might look at somebody and think couples goals until you see them at home and you're like, oh, I don't want that.
Nah, I don't want that. But you could take parts of different relationships that inspire you, whether it's, something that they do, whether it's a date night every Friday or how they discuss something in their relationship. You can take that. But like you said, you never know what's going on in somebody's relationship.
You have no idea. When you say couples goals, you have no idea what these couples are dealing with in their private time. You only know what they show you, via their public platforms.
That's right. Now, Michelle Obama also talks about the election and that she's very afraid.
What keeps me up are the things that I know. The war in the region, in too many regions. What is AI going to do for us? The environment, are we moving at all fast enough? What are we doing about education? Are people going to vote? And why aren't people voting? Are we too stuck to our phones? I mean, those are the things that keep me up. And you wonder, where are we in this? Where are our hearts? What's going to happen in this next election? I am terrified about what could possibly happen because our leaders matter. Who we select, who speaks for us, who holds that bully pulpit. The fact that people think that government, does it really even do anything? And I'm like, oh my God, does government do everything for us? And we cannot take this democracy for granted.
Yeah, they don't keep me up at night because I've embraced the inevitable. And the inevitable is mutually assured destruction. Sorry to be the pessimistic one in the room. And she's not saying anything we haven't been saying. My only problem with a lot of these conversations, it's not the sense of urgency that it needs to be around a lot of these things. But the Obamas have already told us what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because you saw that movie Leave the World Behind.
Jesus Christ.
If you've seen the movie Leave the World Behind and you saw Obama, remember when the Boondocks did a President Obama? When they was in their bunker and they basically told us, hey, we going to be fine.
We all right.
I don't know about y'all.
We going to be all right.
We going to be fine, but I don't know about y'all. They've already told us what it is.
Well, you can check out that full conversation on Jay Shetty. Now, also...
Salute to Jay Shetty, man. iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Dropping the clues bombs for Jay Shetty, man. That's my guy.
Now, also, let's move to Jonathan Majors. Now, we know Jonathan Majors yesterday. He referenced Coretta Scott King a couple of times. Once when he was dealing with his white girlfriend and said he wants her to be more like Coretta Scott King.
I'm a great man. A great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman.
Everywhere John go, he gonna hear the name Coretta. I don't know why y'all cut it off before he got to the
the part where he said it.
Silly production. But everywhere he go, he gonna hear the name Coretta. He gonna hear the name Coretta so much that he gonna think his name is Coretta.
Well,
he gonna be in Starbucks. They gonna write Coretta on his cup.
Well, he said Megan Good is his Coretta Scott King.
How would you describe your relationship?
Well, she's an angel. She's held me down like a Coretta. You know, I'm so blessed to have her.
All right. Well, Bernice King, which is Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott.
Come on, Bernice. Drop one of the clues down for
daughter,
Bernice.
Said my mother wasn't a prop.
That's right.
She was a peaceful advocate before she met my father and was instrumental in him speaking out against the Vietnam War. Please understand, my mama was a force. So she wanted to be that, period.
She basically said, keep my mother's name out your effing mouth. Okay, I'm telling you, man. Everywhere Jonathan Majors go, he gonna hear the name Coretta. He gonna think his name is Coretta Scott King. He gonna be in Starbucks and somebody's just gonna write Coretta on his cup.
Jesus.
Okay, like this is whatever, man. God bless Jonathan Majors.
All right. Well, that is your
just
rumor
want
report.
you to stop referring to every single woman as Coretta. And if I was Megan Good, right? Right. If I was Megan Good. You can't call me what you called another woman, man.
Especially
you know what I'm saying? Like if a woman,
ex.
that's what I'm saying.
The ex-white woman.
And Coretta is like, honestly, call her
ride or die.
No, she wasn't. Coretta was not ride or die. Like I don't even like that term ride or die. Because why does the person have to die? Why do I got to die to prove my loyalty to you? All I'm saying is it's like the rib. You know, when you say, oh, that the person is my rib, that woman is my rib. When you say somebody's your Coretta, that's like saying that's your rib. You can't just be going around calling everybody your Coretta. That's your game? That's your game? That's what it sounds like, right?
I wonder how many times.
Is your Riz Coretta? That's what you do when you really want to make a girl feel like you into them. You my Coretta. God damn, man. Jesus Christ.
That'd be some good game if it didn't come out like that, though. Because if it didn't come out, it would be some good game.
Fab was the first one with the Riz. Fab said, what he said, you gonna be my Coretta, I'm gonna be your king. What did Fab say on that song? You know what I'm talking about, man.
I don't remember.
Man, how you don't remember that? You from New York City.
I don't remember every line from every New York rapper.
What was the line? I can't remember the line right now, man. I'm gonna be Coretta Scott if I'm a B King or something like that.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
Fab was the first person with that Riz is what I'm saying. You can't make that your Riz. You can't go around calling every girl your Coretta just like you can't go around calling every girl your rib, man. You can't do that now.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. When we come back, we got front page news. Teslin Figaro will be joining us, and then James Samuel will be joining us. He's the director, the writer, and composer of the new movie, The Book of Clarence, which comes out this week. So we're going to talk to him in a little bit. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Need me Coretta. Need me Coretta. Need me Coretta. Need me Coretta.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy.
Peace, Ed.
Now let's jump right into it. Let's talk about these New York City high school students forced to do remote learning.
Yeah, remote learning because 2,000 migrants were sheltered in their high school. Let's listen to CBS for the report.
Nearly 2,000 migrants from a controversial city shelter at Brooklyn's Floyd Bennett Field over safety concerns and the incoming storm. CBS 2's Zinnia Maldonado is live in Midwood to explain what's happening.
Well, Christine, we're stationed here outside of migrants in what could be a danger zone. Nearly 2,000 migrants are set to relocate Tuesday from the Floyd Bennett Field shelter to here, the James Madison Jefferson High School in Midwood. Students were dismissed at their regular time Tuesday afternoon. One teacher we spoke with tells CBS 2 staff received an email in the morning stating that migrants were set to arrive around 5 p.m. and will be placed inside the school's gym.
Just a storm coming, and migrants will be coming to the site, take important stuff home.
New York City Emergency Management Commissioner Zach Iskol says the evacuation of about 500 families will be staggered Tuesday as migrants return to Floyd Bennett Field throughout the evening.
We do not anticipate significant impact to the tents tonight, but the safety of the people in our care is of paramount importance, and we're not going to take risks.
Now, New York City Mayor Eric Adams said he's been asking for help since last year, and he's calling for a federal declaration of emergency. Take a listen to that.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams says he has not gotten any FaceTime with President Joe Biden about the migrant crisis since early last year. Now Adams and other sanctuary city mayors are forming a coalition pleading for financial and legislative assistance.
As temperatures drop in New York City, Chicago, Denver, and other impacted cities, we are calling for the federal declaration of emergency, financial support, and a national resettlement strategy.
Today, the Democratic mayors of New York, Chicago, and Denver held a virtual meeting to discuss how they're trying to handle the influx of thousands of migrants as record numbers cross the southern border and head for their cities.
Now, Adams said that over 160,000 migrants have surged into the sanctuary cities since the middle of 2022, some of whom who have been bused directly from Texas. Let's take a listen real quick to what Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson had to say.
As buses continue to arrive in the city of Chicago and all over the country, the type of chaos that has been administered has left many of our local economies under a tremendous amount of duress.
Governor Greg Abbott's office telling us, in part, his state will continue busing migrants to sanctuary cities until, quote, President Biden steps up and does his job to secure the border.
Mm-hmm.
So what they doing, they're sending all the high school kids to another school? Let me get that straight.
No, remote learning. They got to do it from the crib.
So they got to do it from home.
They got to do it from home.
Yep.
Now, see, when I hear stories like that, it makes you say, build the wall. When I hear stories like that, it makes you say America first. That's why that rhetoric that somebody like a Trump spews or other Republicans spews, that's why it's effective. Because why do these kids have to be inconvenienced because of the migrants? Yeah. Middle of the school year, you just going to tell the kids, stay home? No, find someplace else for the migrants. How is that okay?
I was going to say that too. I was like, out of every place we could put the migrants, it has to be in schools. There's not any place else we could put them. And no disrespect, but they find money for everything else. We can't find money for motels, hotels, to rent gyms, gymnasiums, the Jacob Javits Center and all these big buildings. They find money for everything else, but you're going to take these kids out of school. And no disrespect, I think any parent knows that when you have to do remote learning, kids don't really focus on remote learning. They not focused.
And yo, what if I can't stay home with my child? What if I can't afford a babysitter? What if I don't have a relative that can stay with my child? How are you just disrupting me in my life for these migrants? How is that okay? And listen, I'm all for assisting any human that needs assistance, but not at the sake of disrupting my kids' learning and disrupting my life. And that's my taxpayer dollars that pay for the school.
Correct.
I want my kids in that school, not the migrants. I don't know how that's okay, yo.
Yeah, and heavy emphasis on they found this out day of. So this wasn't, obviously because of the weather, all of a sudden, but this was like a day of, hey, guys, go learn remote.
So what if I got to go to work? I'm already getting my ass kicked, barely can pay my bills, barely can keep food on the table.
Inflation is high.
Inflation is high. I have to be at work. What if I can't go to work because now I got to have my child at home to learn because y'all putting some migrants in the school? How does any elected official or anybody think that's okay? Like how? And you wonder why the rhetoric of build the wall and America first works for a lot of people. It's because of stuff like this.
And the thing is, like they said, Biden has to do something. We've been talking about this. This hasn't been the first week we discussed this. This hasn't been the first month. We've been talking about this for months. We've been seeing this issue and this problem, and there's no resolution.
Eric Adams, you can't think that's okay, yo. Eric Adams, there's nobody that should be co-signing on this, yo. You gonna let the kids stay at home and do remote learning to put 2,000 migrants? into a high school?
Well,
Come on,
and
man.
when you make the point, you're saying, you've been talking about this. I mean, that's what Governor Abbott's, his response is in Texas, saying that Texas has been talking about this forever.
Right.
Republicans have been talking about this forever. So now that the Democrat mayors in Chicago, in New York, now have to deal with the problem, what they say, stand on business. Governor Abbott said he's going to continue to keep sending migrants to New York and Chicago until they figure it out. Now that it has to be a problem they have to deal with, now they're saying this is what Texas has always been talking about. So, again, I know some folks are going to say that's racist and, folks are not being sympathetic, but what they're trying to do is force the conversation to deal with immigration. And Charlamagne, you're right, because it is such a hot topic right now. We talked about this yesterday. That's what Trump keeps talking about over and over and over, immigration. And so when you see this happens, see this type of stuff happen, it plays right into his point, whether you agree with Trump or not.
Yes, that's right. And we always think about sympathy when it comes to the migrants. And like I said, I'm all for assisting any human that needs assistance. But why not have sympathy for the parents that are now inconvenienced because of this situation? Their kids have to stay home, high school or not. They have to stay home and do remote learning while their school is being, while migrants are sheltering in their school. I don't know how anybody can think that's okay. And what about the teachers? What do the teachers do?
I guess go home.
Are they going to teach from their crib? Like, they have chalkboards in their crib? And
that's not what I want my taxpayer dollars going to.
Yeah, again, and they have to figure this out all of a sudden. So they're figuring it out. It's kind of as you go. Like, literally this just happened yesterday. So today it's like, hey, just figure it out. I guess log on now because, obviously Corona is not too far, so I'm sure they had some strategies in place since they had to do it, with the pandemic. But point is, you just wake up and say, hey, tomorrow you're not going to school. You're going to learn from home. It's an issue, but Mayor Adams has been asking for help. The clip said that he's been begging Joe Biden for help and he can't get his ear on this at all. He's been ignored, according to Mayor Adams.
Well, Eric Adams was also one of those people that was very welcoming. He was saying this is a sanctuary city, and he was welcoming the migrants here. And well, you got what you asked for, Mayor Adams.
Yeah, it's different when that welcome actually gets taken up. That offer actually gets taken up. Mm-hmm.
Now, what would happen if they just dropped the migrants just in front of the White House? Just started dropping them in front of the White House in loads.
They've done that, haven't they?
Yeah, they did. They did that at the vice president. But they already
it seemed
did
like
that.
They stopped. They just it was just like one busload or two busloads. Let's imagine if they just get busloads every day. Then he would really have to do something because it would be on his lawn, literally, right?
Well, yeah, but I think that's true. But I think the strategy of making these mayors have to talk about it in Chicago, in New York, and them having to really, push the issue. I think that's also very strategic as well. Because now you're getting other mayors and other elected officials get involved to put that pressure. And what they're basically trying to do, let's just call it for what it is. They're basically, wanting Democrat mayors to have to admit that there is a problem with immigration, and this is a strategy, whether people like it or not, is actually effective because it's making them talk about it and and have to deal with it face on, which is probably a little bit more strategic than just the White House.
We should be ashamed of ourselves as a country. New York City should be ashamed of itself that they're displacing, we're not displacing, but making a bunch of high school kids do remote learning because they want to shelter 2,000 migrants. Once again, I'm all for assisting people that need assistance, but not at the disruption, not at the sake of disrupting my kids' learning. And once again, that's my taxpayer dollars that pay for that school.
That's right.
What if I'm a parent that don't want that? Like, it's just insane to me.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tez.
Absolutely.
All right, now
and make sure you follow Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms and subscribe to @Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
That's right. And when we come back, James Samuel will be joining us. He's the writer and director and composer of the new movie, The Book of Clarence, and we're going to talk to him about all that when we come back. So don't move; you don't want to miss it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
One of my favorite people. He don't even know it, though.
James Samuel.
Welcome. To the gods. Peace to the gods.
Peace, black man. How are you?
I'm good, King. I'm good. It's about time, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Happy to have you, man. You got a new movie out called The Book of Clarence. But before we get to The Book of Clarence, we just got to talk about you, James Samuel, y'all. I'm sure y'all seen The Harder They Fall. That was your first film, right?
Yeah, that was the debut film.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give us a little backstory. What's the James Samuel origin, man?
You know how superheroes are? We were born superheroes. You know what I mean? People like us, We didn't fall into no pit. We were born it. But I was just a guy. There was always instruments in the house. I always had cameras, and I was always doing two things, right? So it's not really what made me like fall into film from music or fall into music from film. It's really what made me not stop being me. The older you get, the more I always say you're taught to level down, right? As a kid, the sky's the limit. As an elder, don't count your chickens before they hatch. So you just have to kind of work out a way to hold on to yourself, to never grow up, and continue doing the things that just make you you. So I continued doing music to the point where I was working with Jay Electronica and Tori Amos and all of these people, and I continued doing film. And I was just doing both of them myself, funding whatever I can. Then I made a short film in 2012 called They Die by Dawn. It was a Western. It was like a proof of concept for The Harder They Fall, starring Erykah Badu, Rosario Dawson, Giancarlo Esposito, Michael K. Williams, Harry Lennox, Nate Parker. Basically, I was just going to people's house and I put them in it, and I did all the music for it. And me and Jay-Z did the music for The Great Gatsby, and from there I just pivoted into The Harder They Fall. You know, The Harder They Fall took like 15 years to make, right? And everyone telling you it's never gonna happen, it's too big, you can't do that for your first movie. Your first movie should be like 1 million or 2 million. There was a guy called Andrea Evolino. He said to me, James, do you know this movie is too big? Take 5 million, do something small, and if that's successful, I give you more. And that's, you know, when Hov says I drove by the fork in the road and went straight. I looked at this guy. All right, shall I take that 5 mil? Nah, man, my first movie is The Harder They Fall. I have to tell people that 1 in 4 cowboys was black. The name cowboy came from us. They call us cowboys. White people were called cowhands. I just had a mission with that movie, and I never took it, and I went straight. And I made The Harder They Fall literally a couple years later. I made The Harder They Fall for $90 million budget.
Wow.
Right? A $90 million budget.
So how did, so many people open their arms to you? Because you mentioned Jay Electronica, Michael K. Williams, Erykah Badu, Jay-Z. How did so many people open up their arms to you? Be like, come on, brother, let's do this together. Or how was that?
You know, before Mike Tyson beat the brakes off.
Which one? He beat the brakes off a lot of people. Okay.
Frank Bruno in England. I'm English, so that one was like, we still wanted Tyson to win though, because, it's Tyson. He said, Allah forgive me for being so vain. I'm the best at what I do. Envy. Allah forgive me for being so vain. I'm the best at what I do. I'm literally a once in a lifetime comet. Like no one does. I compose the score. I write and produce every single song on the soundtrack, unless someone's rapping. I write and produce every single song on the soundtrack. And also I believe that great artists want to make great art. So when I sit in front of you and I tell you, look, we have never had a movie like this before, ever. Like the Book of Clarence, in 136 years of the moving image, 2 black people have never been on screen and gone, there's Jesus. We've never had a movie like that before. So when I sit in front of you and I explain to you my intention and the reason why I want to make what I make, and I have to make what I make, I'm kind of fortunate that I'm able to explain it, and that the person I'm talking to is able to hold on to it, and then we just go forward and create history.
Now, the Book of Clarence, this comes out this week, the 12th.
Yeah.
Now, with this movie, did you have any reservations? Because when you talk about religious movies or biblical times or whatever, people are so animated, have so many questions, and will complain to I don't even know what's up, especially with this movie.
Blasphemy. At the teaser, at a 60-second teaser, we drop a 60-second teaser, and everyone says, blasphemy. Envy. Matthew 24:5. Jesus' exact words are, many shall come in my name, saying I am the Christ, and they shall deceive many. The Bible itself speaks of Simon the sorcerer, who was trying to pay his way into the apostles. The Bible itself speaks of Simon the sorcerer. In Jesus' lifetime, in his 33 years of being on the planet, there was 200 to 300 people coming and saying that they're the Messiah. You only have to do a Google check. Now, I knew people would be saying that when they look at the teaser. We released a longer trailer and it was less, right? But now when you say blasphemy, you have to stand on it. I want to know why you're saying blasphemy. Is it because you're seeing people of color? And if I'm speaking to a person of color, I'm going to ask a deep question. When you look at the trailer because you haven't seen the movie, when you look at the trailer for the Book of Clarence and you're yelling blasphemy, 1, do you actually read the book you profess to know so much about? 2, and this is to all black people that yelling blasphemy, are you saying blasphemy because you see yourself in that place and time? Because I'm showing people in that place and time as the same color as you? We are so trained to dismiss anything we see as as either blasphemy or, in this day and age, it's the Illuminati.
That's right.
I always tell people, Charlotte, it's a crazy thing, right? You never hear two white people go, Spielberg and George Lucas are the Illuminati.
Yeah.
You know, you hear black people go, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and really, like really, the Illuminati. Is that what we're doing as soon as we accomplish? As soon as we accomplish something. So for me, I never had any reservations at all. I don't create art in fear. I never had any reservations at all. And the fact that people are yelling blasphemy is exactly why I had to tell this story. Clarence is about an everyman. It's about you and I, who believes he can do anything. But in this belief, he finds himself, in trouble with a village terror. And he ends up on a road of self-discovery and ultimately redemption and faith. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, I don't think it downplays faith at all. I think it examines the motivation behind our faith.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's exactly what it does. Like, the Book of Clarence is a classic.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie, and it's going to be a discussion piece regardless. What you just said about the film, and maybe this is just me being...
Why your face look like that? He don't look like he don't want to tell us. We were arguing this morning about it.
Maybe I'm just being a little fake deep. What I took from it was everybody's God. We should recognize everybody as God, but the most important thing is recognizing God in yourself.
Recognizing God in yourself, Charlamagne. Like, all of us have that walk on water moment. Even though Jesus is in the film, right? And he's clear and he's in the film, and I go through.
I don't know if it's as clear as you thought it was, because me and him was arguing this morning about this.
My wife got it. I think.
Yeah. See, so it was super clear, but Charlamagne's wife got it. Here's the thing, and Envy, Envy loves an argument. Envy loves a debate.
Absolutely.
So there is a God in yourself. And that's super important, man. Like, when we see each other, it's peace to the God. It's peace to the God. Like, there's a God in yourself, and that's like the most important thing, because not everyone that's going to watch this film is a Christian. Not everyone's going to watch it. Like when people champion their religions, but I find everyone to be a disbeliever of some sort. If I'm speaking to a Christian, okay, so you disbelieve in all the other religions on the planet. You just believe in yours, right? Right. Whatever your belief is, even if you have no faith, God is inside you, and I want people to take that away from this movie. So what you took away from it, for me, is a beautiful thing. It's job well done, because it's the first movie of its kind in 136 years of the moving image. Right? It's a really beautiful thing, and me, Charlamagne. Like, I'm always excited about what I do. Filmmakers are almost like, it's politically incorrect to say my movie's wicked. Like Christopher Nolan, you watch a Christopher Nolan interview, you'll sleep by the end of it. Even his movies are amazing, but the interviews are. Whereas I'm not that guy. The Book of Clarence is an amazing film. We've never seen anything like it. It's easy to critique something when it's done, but watch it first and celebrate cinema.
All right, we got more with James Samuel when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with James Samuels, the director and writer for Book of Clarence, which comes out this week. I know people will have reservations at first because it is a biblical movie. I mean, even myself, when I first seen it, I'm like, oh, here we go. I wasn't excited until I seen it. And when I seen it, I was super duper excited. I was kind of mad that I was seeing it on my phone and laptop at first, so I want to see it this Friday when it comes to the theaters. Lakeith Stanfield, perfect actor for the part.
Perfect.
Like it was to what made you find him and what made you say he's the perfect person. He played that. I don't think there's anybody that could have played it better.
Thank you, Envy. Here's what happened, right? I wrote Clarence. I had no idea I can cast it. And I was casting for The Harder They Fall. And Lakeith came on the phone. And I was in Mexico. And during the call, he got a call from his cousin. And he got worried. He got taken aback. So he's speaking to a director and he's in a particular mode. Then he's like, yo, it's my cousin, man. I gotta go take this call. Somebody probably got shot in the hood. He ran through like a soliloquy of happenings.
Things that can happen, yeah.
Put down the phone. And when he put down the phone, I called my sister. Tanya, I found Clarence. She's like, what? I found Clarence, Tanya. This guy has got every single emotion that Clarence has. Because Clarence, we don't want to talk about the ending, but Clarence goes through every single emotion that you possibly can go through in that environment. And he just possesses everything. Then he came to set to play Cherokee Bill in The Harder They Fall. I was like, this is it. It's him. So on the last day when we wrapped, I hugged him. I was like, yo, don't go too far though. I'm coming back. There's something else. And as soon as we finished with The Harder They Fall, I went straight into the Book of Clarence. If he didn't want to do the film, I would have shot something else.
Wow.
It was him. And I think I'm really dope at finding actors and like working with people that like Dion Cole in The Harder They Fall. I gave him the grill, and people had never seen Dion Cole. Like they've said, you cast the Old Spice guy? I'm like, I'm from London. I've never seen the Old Spice adverts. I just know that this guy is perfect for this role. And Lakeith, man, he killed it, man. He kills it. It's a real tour de force of a performance. You know what I mean?
Clarence says at one point in the movie, knowledge is stronger than belief. And it made me wonder, could that distinction of knowledge and belief, did that influence his pursuit of the truth?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the first time he says it to the apostles. Because you know how we are, Charlamagne. Like we grew up and our friends are religious at first, and before we adopt any faith, whether it's Christianity, Muslim, 5%, whatever we adopt, at first we're looking at our friends and we're questioning them. Like someone will be telling me, don't drink alcohol while they're smoking a cigarette. Like, man, you believe in God. If you knew there was a God, you would not. Don't be telling me that cigarettes aren't haram. If you knew there was a God, like knowledge is stronger than belief. It's Clarence's whole ethos, and that's a motif that I've thought throughout my life. I remember again Mike Tyson fighting Michael Spinks in that 91-second massacre. The crazy thing wasn't the massacre in 91 seconds. It was what Tyson done when he walked back to his corner. He just turns around and puts up his hands like he knew he was going to win. Michael Spinks believed he could win. Like knowledge is stronger than belief. What happens is we embark on faith, right? And we have belief in something, and then something happens in our lives and it turns that belief into knowledge. Like now I know God exists because you can't explain this stuff that happened. You can't explain the majesty of what we've just been through. You can't explain how I just hold 3 shots close range. You can't explain how I got out of this. I know God exists, right? So it goes from knowledge to belief. And the beautiful thing is, that's our journey with Clarence, right? He doesn't have any belief, and we watch him acquire the knowledge, right? We watch him garner faith. I think it's a really important film.
So it makes me wonder, right? When you talk about Clarence saw Jesus early on in the movie, and Clarence said, "I want that." What now? But what was that? Was that the attention? Was that the knowledge of self, the truth? Like what was?
Or was it the finances? Was it the money?
It was the clout.
The clout.
Clarence sees Jesus coming up with the 12 apostles.
Okay.
He's protected, people in the street clamoring around him. And Clarence saw all the materialistic stuff, which a lot of these preachers around today see. A lot of preachers today see the Bible as opportunity, humongous amounts of wealth. So Clarence is in the town square with his best friend Elijah. He's walking, he sees Jesus coming in, and everyone clamoring around him, and he's like, look, and they're protected. No one messes with them. No one messes with him. And Elijah's like, I want to be like that in 10 years. Like, I want that kind of presence, that kind of dominance. Clarence is like, I want that now.
Right now.
So at first, he wanted all of the wrong things. All of the wrong things. And he ventures down this road and
figures it out,
And that's when it becomes like DMX and Belly to me. Because remember...
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
When he was told to kill...
But on that journey of pretending...
Self-discovery and redemption.
Absolutely.
You know, and that happens to all of us.
That's right.
We can't tell a story like this and we be so, dare I say, ignorant as to holler blasphemy as soon as you see a tale. Should we just tell stories of Jesus? Of Jesus' life? You know what I mean? Like, we have to, firstly, I believe that we belong in those days, right? But we also have to be able to look at the 360-degree element of, okay, here's Jesus, but what was all of the things around it, especially in that day and time? Like, why is it we've never seen ourselves in that day and time
in a film, movie
ever in the history of the moving image?
Lakeith should win an Oscar for this, or at least be nominated.
Thank you, Charlamagne.
He don't just play Clarence; he plays his brother, twin brother Thomas.
And Thomas in the Bible was a twin. Here's the thing that is, because it's interesting. Like people don't read the Bible that much. They speak about it. Thomas was a twin, right? His name Didymus meant twin, so they were calling him twin all the time. But no one ever speaks about whether he had a twin brother, or the Bible doesn't speak about whether he had a twin brother or twin sister. Right? He's just a twin. So we know him as Doubting Thomas. We didn't even know he was a twin, but he's actually a twin. So the Book of Clarence is like my depiction of Thomas's twin brother.
Where did you shoot that? Where did you shoot it?
Did you have him play Thomas to highlight the polarities within ourselves?
Yeah, my brother.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right? And the conflicts that we have within ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just growing up the way we all grew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we weren't with Charlamagne in South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
but we were with you. Envy, watching you for years, right? So we all grew up the same. And we have these internal conflicts and internal struggles all the time between doing right and doing good, and also what is actually right and what is good. Shall I stand and fight, or shall I walk away from this one? So Thomas shows that polarity, but I'm glad you said, like, Lakeith, what you said about Lakeith's performance, because it's
that's incredible.
No, it was incredible. It was hands down.
Yeah.
It made me believe every aspect of every character he played, whether it was his brother, whether it was him at the club, or whether it was him, whether he was facing, whether it was trials and tribulations, the love scene. It made me believe.
Yeah.
To the point where you ever see a movie and be like, there's no other person that could have played that part. That's what I felt like with that.
Yeah, and me and Lakeith have had our little petty issues back and forth in this game, right? But it's just like he is serious enough, but also comedic enough to pull off what you did.
Yep, absolutely.
In this film.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like he has all of the. I'm looking at Envy looking all smooth. I'm like, let me just touch my face. Envy's looking too smooth over there. I don't even look further off camera. Envy said, "I noticed you don't have no light skinned dudes in there."
I said no light skinned brothers. Charlamagne goes, that's why I loved it.
Yeah, this is why I loved
There was not one light skinned brother. And I was like, damn, there was no light skinned brothers in biblical times.
They came later.
All right, we got more with James Samuel, the writer and director of Book of Clarence. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with James Samuel. He's the writer and director of the new film Book of Clarence, starring Lakeith Stanfield. Charlamagne?
My wife had a question. She was like, what was the logic behind having Mary Magdalene at the Last Supper, but then covering her up?
Well, she was, I just think have a Last Supper that depicted Mary Magdalene, because Mary Magdalene was around Jesus a lot.
Absolutely.
And Jesus was the one person that knew, he was the only person that knew that was the Last Supper. So I just thought, well, he may have Mary there. And also, I think that Last Supper scene for me is really important, because usually when they show Judas, they never ever give gradients to Judas. Judas is just known as the man that betrayed Jesus. But Judas was chosen to be one of the apostles. The fact that Judas was there, Judas was probably a good guy that done one bad thing. It's not like he had a history of evil, right? So I wanted to show his possible reasons for doing what he did.
Interesting, because I always say you shouldn't judge people based off what they do when they're in survival mode.
Exactly.
But what about when you do something as heinous as Judas?
As Judas. But
wow.
So I wanted to show like why he was doing it. He says in the film, we're revolutionaries. We're not pacifists. Why are we just fighting? And just shows frustrations. Played excellently by Michael Ward from Top Boy. And also, just to have these English actors with these American actors, and it's just an amazing thing, man.
Where did you shoot that? Because when I watch movies now, I watch it from a different lens, right? I watch it for the movie lens, but I also watch everything around it, right? And I'm looking at how real it looks and the time it must take in set directing. Where did you shoot that?
I shot in Matera in Italy. It's like the 4th oldest inhabited city in the world, right? It's thousands of years old. The caves are still there from when they were living in caves. And you could do an aerial 360 and still be in ancient Jerusalem. Mel Gibson shot Passion of the Christ there. And No Time to Die, the last James Bond movie, the opening was shot there. But the city's so amazing. I just knew that if I have black people ascend on this town, it's just going to look like something we've never seen before.
I would say, based on just subject matter, because you did mention Passion of the Christ, how would you say the Book of Clarence differs from the Passion of the Christ?
Well, the Passion of Christ is a story of Jesus, right? Of his last days. The Book of Clarence isn't the story of Jesus at all.
Is it not, though? That's what we're wondering. Is it not?
I like that you say it, because you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
You've seen it. So it's probably the story of the God in us, right? But what I wanted to do with the Book of Clarence was make a movie that resembled the environment that I grew up in. Growing up, I watched Ben-Hur, The Ten Commandments, Quo Vadis, Samson and Delilah, The Robe, The Greatest Story Ever Told. But I never known no one that looks like Yul Brynner as the Pharaoh in Egypt. I never know no one that looks like Charlton Heston. You know, Charlton Heston had a brutal kind of, good-looking dude, but brutal kind of face. When he says, "Get your paws off me, you damn dirty ape," you can see the apes be like, "Wow, you're being really racist right here. We were just capturing you. You're actually taking it to new levels." I never related to what they were showing me, even though we were familiar with some of the stories. I never related to the depiction of those stories or those people in those stories. So I wanted to tell a story of the environment that I grew up in. Charlamagne's name is Charlamagne the God. He's from the hood in South Carolina. Like, we grew up with gods. Like, peace to the God, peace to the God. That's how we grew up. I wanted to tell that story, but transpose of an everyman, right? An everyman who finds faith, finds redemption. Whereas the Passion of the Christ is a story of Jesus per se. It's like pages taken from the Bible. These are more like
yours could be the real story, because it's like, we all know Jesus was black, right? And they would never tell us if he really was. We know how the colonizer works. So how do we know the Book of Clarence isn't the actual story of Jesus? Where people saw that story and said, no, this is going to be the image of it, though.
Just for everyone at home, Charlamagne said that. I didn't. I'm like, for the record, no, Charlamagne, you're absolutely wrong. But I mean, you know those ones. If the celluloid shoe fits, the Book of Clarence it's a layered film.
And you score everything yourself.
Say?
You score everything yourself.
I do the entire score. I compose the entire score myself.
That's your song at the end.
Yeah,
That's you singing.
I write and produce every single song in the soundtrack. And I write, produce, and perform. Unlike the Hard Day 4, where I did a slew of various artists, this one I perform every song, but with various artists. But this soundtrack is amazing. The Hard Day 4 soundtrack won every award that wasn't racist, and I think the BET Awards just got amnesia. Like, you didn't even nominate the Hard Day 4 for nothing. Oh, okay, I don't make art for hardware, but the Book of Clarence soundtrack, which released Friday, same day as the movie, is the hardest soundtrack on the planet. It's like myself, D'Angelo. I got D'Angelo and Jay-Z on the same track.
How did that happen? You got to break that down. How did that happen?
Why is it 10 minutes?
9 minutes.
9 minutes, 33 seconds, because it's just biblical, soulful bliss. You remember them joints? I was like, I'm not doing a radio edit for this joint.
Thanks, James. I'm going to have to do it myself. Forget it.
Thank you, bro.
Friday, I'm going to have to do it.
Give me the DJ Envy edit. It's just that good.
How long is Jay-Z's verse if the song is 9 minutes?
Jay-Z's, it's not one of those ones like God did. He's like speaking on it. He's not like rapping. He's not rhyming. He's just talking on it like he just comes in and floats, and D'Angelo goes in. So it's just that good. As you know, George Benjour on the soundtrack, 84 years old. He's the guy that sings Oh Adiabo, Oba, Oba. Doja Cat on the soundtrack on the same song as Kodak Black.
Wow.
And they go in. Charlamagne.
Wow.
They go in.
I love both of them.
Kodak goes in.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You took black people to the Old West. You took black people to the New Testament. Where are you taking us next?
What's next?
I don't know. I know what we're doing next. Is I've kind of held it under my hat. But eventually, though, we have to go to space. We have to. We have to go to space. Like, I'll go to all the genres, right? All the genres, and I have something like modern day, which is absolutely crazy. But eventually, we have to go to space. Like, we deserve to be in these places.
Wow. Well, I'm excited for you guys to go out and check out this movie.
Man. This is one of them ones you got to go to the theaters. You got to go see it. It's not too many films that get me out the house to want to go sit in the movie theater. This is one of them ones you got to go sit and watch in the movie theater.
You have to. You have to, man. You have to. It's a pleasure being on the Breakfast Club and speaking to the audience that you amassed over the years and telling them about the Book of Clarence, man. Like, this is the first movie of its kind ever, literally ever. So before you holler blasphemy, really just watch the film first. Like, it doesn't blaspheme. It really respects faith. You're not going to come out of this movie questioning your faith. But if you're a non-believer, you may come out of this movie questioning your non-belief.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You may come out of this movie questioning your non-belief. But
that's right.
It's a beautiful film, and it's a film that we all have to, I think, watch. It's the first movie that everyone can recognize the environment. Even if you're white, you can recognize this environment. It's an environment you drive by every day.
That's right.
Whatever color you are. And it's a movie that, most importantly, we deserve. We deserve this film. You know what I mean? So,
well, the Book of Clarence comes out this Friday, January 12th. James Samuel, we appreciate you for joining us, brother.
I appreciate you for having me. Charlamagne, the Black God.
Always
the
love.
Black God.
Beige God.
I'm black. There's no beige. I'm black. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's get right to the rumors.
Rumor has it. Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Now we got to salute Angela Bassett. Last night was the 14th Governor's Awards, and unlike other award show where it's kind of fast paced, this award ceremony takes time to actually celebrate the living legends in the industry. It's not televised. It's for the industry, and last night they celebrated Angela Bassett. But before we get there, Angela Bassett actually came on the Breakfast Club one time, and Charlamagne asked her about validation from awards and award shows like that.
Does Angela Bassett need the validation of any
Who don't like validation? You know what? Angela Bassett wants and needs to keep working. To do the work that I love doing. You know, awards are nice, super nice. They're great, but awards are awarded by men, and you know, some awards are undeniable. Maybe some of the awards they give you, like of that season, of that year, of those offerings, some stand above and beyond. But sometimes it's all about equal and all good. So you know how you pick one. I appreciate the awards, but I don't live and breathe for them.
You know, that's the beauty of being on the radio for 14 years, because there's a Breakfast Club conversation for every situation.
For every situation.
It's the same way it's a Jay-Z lyric for every moment in life. There's
That's
a
right.
Breakfast Club conversation for damn near every situation.
Absolutely. Well, last night, Angela Bassett was awarded an honorary Oscar, and Regina King presented her the award.
I was blessed to work with Angela in two beloved films, How Stella Got Her Groove Back and Boys in the Hood. My sister and I first crossed paths on a little show called 227, only to later have our coming out party in the same film, John Singleton's Boys in the Hood. Now, little did Angela know that Reva Stiles would send her on a path to embody some of the most significant women of the civil rights movement and become one of the most in-demand actresses of the next 30 years. On screens big and small, she has mesmerized us in over 100 roles. She has a perspective and a voice and a beauty that is proudly black. She is artistic excellence embodied in human form.
Listen, man, legend, icon, those words don't do justice to Angela Bassett, all right? She's a goddess. When I see Angela Bassett, I want to bow. Okay, I love her and her husband, Courtney B. Vance, incredible black people. And in the words of Courtney B. Vance, don't you ever, as long as you black, not pay homage to Angela Bassett. We got Angela on the wall in the Breakfast Club studio. Big, too, in the back right there. That's right. Okay, if you've never seen the collage that my man Justin Richburg did.
Next to Kendrick and
in between
Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Yep, Farrakhan, Angela Bassett, and Kendrick Lamar. I wish this wall would hurry up and get done. Can we hurry up and finish this wall, people?
Yeah. Well, she did accept her award, and when she accepted her award, people are talking about the kiss that she gave Regina King, because her and Regina King kissed on her lips like, mwah.
Oh, God.
All right, but here is Angela Bassett's acceptance speech.
Never allow fear, frustration, or disappointment to get in the way of the blessings that are divinely and deservedly yours.
That's right.
Remember who you are and who our ancestors intended you to be. I proudly share this honor with women who stand up when they are told to stand back, who speak up when they are silenced, who remain determined when they are told they are defeated. These women represent those that I've had the honor to portray, as well as the everyday woman who surround us to keep striving.
Angela Bassett makes you feel like you could do anything. Imagine her telling you to wash your ass, but she doing it in like such a profound way, like she was just doing. You know what I mean? You just came in from working out, you stink, you gotta get fresh, and she's just guiding you. Wash your ass, King!
Take that soap off from the counter. Put it on the washcloth. And make sure you scrub.
If you use a washcloth, white people, this is not for you.
Loofah.
No, it's not a loofah.
What's it called?
It's a loofah. Luther's Vandross.
I know.
Man.
I said Luther.
No, you said Luther. Luther is the sandwich.
I didn't say Luther.
Luther is the hamburger sandwich with the donut bun.
I said Luther. I didn't say Luther.
You said Luther.
I said Luther.
We all heard you say Luther.
I said Luther.
Campbell, Vandross. Okay, that's what we heard you say.
All right. Well, we got to congratulate. Oh, we ain't got no more time. Let's congratulate Don Lemon. He announced his new show. He has a new show that's going to be on the X, formerly known as Twitter. So episodes will be available there first, then it will release on other platforms. It's a newscast. It's going to be 30 minutes long. There's no premiere date as of yet, but congratulations to Don Lemon.
That's interesting because what was X's first show? The Tucker Carlson show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now they got Don Lemon. So, I mean, they got a conservative. They got a liberal. That's balanced.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess.
And he made a statement yesterday. He said, I've heard you, and today I'm back. Bigger, bolder, and freer. What's freer? F-R. Oh, freer. Freer, yes.
Can't get no freer than Don. You ever seen Don drunk?
Yes.
On New Year's Eve? Ain't nothing more freer than Don Lemon. Okay? Don gets free.
That's right.
You hear me?
Yes, he does.
By free, I mean gay. Drop on the clues bomb for Don Lemon. Ain't nobody freer than Big Don.
Free Don Lemon, be free. All right, and that is your rumor report. Now, who you giving your donkey to, man?
Listen, man, donkey of the day, 4 after the hour. It's a teachable moment. It needs to go to NBA YoungBoy. I don't know if this is old or new. We just got back from vacation, you know what I mean? But I saw him sitting down with my man Bootleg Cap, so I'd like to have a conversation with the young man, NBA YoungBoy.
All right, we'll get to that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Your execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold. Is it a read?
They gave me donkey of the day and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them.
It's time for donkey of the day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
Charlamagne be on point.
You want Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving donkey of the day to now?
Yes. Donkey of the day for Wednesday, January 10th goes to the young man known as NBA YoungBoy. Now, NBA YoungBoy recently sat down and had a conversation with the good brother Bootleg Kev. Drop on the clues bombs for Bootleg Kev. The Bootleg Kev podcast. Kev is phenomenal at what he does. Been my guy for a long time. I've been singing Kev's praises in this media business for a decade or better. So it's great to see him shining. All right, salute to my guy. But back to who he was having a conversation with, the young brother NBA YoungBoy. Now, if you're unfamiliar with NBA YoungBoy, he's very popular, been popular for a long time amongst the youth. I respect what he's built for himself. He seems to live a very secluded life. He seems to be pretty out the way, lives in Utah, puts his music out, minds his business, cool. But Snapple fact about NBA YoungBoy, he has 11 kids. Okay? Yes, 11 churn, and he's 24 years old. He's one away from having as many as Nick can, and the difference is Nick is 43, NBA YoungBoy is 24. Right now, NBA YoungBoy's kids could almost fill out an entire NBA team roster. If he keeps going at this pace, he will be the not-so-proud owner of 2 NBA teams by the time he's 48. Wait, Uncle Charlotte, what do you mean, not-so-proud owner? Well, this is why we are here today, folks. See, NBA YoungBoy spoke about fatherhood because Bootleg Kev asked him about fatherhood. Let's go to Bootleg Kev's podcast for the report, please.
You do have a lot of children. You know, I've been around you to see in a short amount of time that you're a great father. How important is fatherhood to you, man?
Not really big on it, to be honest.
What do you mean by that? You're not big on it? Like you're a family man. I'm here with you. I see it.
Yeah, but I'm only like in here because you here.
Oh, well, I don't believe
it's
you.
It's a crazy topic because I'm not the type like to sugarcoat nothing. But I'm 4 walls all day, every day.
When you say 4 walls, you mean locked in?
Yeah.
Just honed in on the music?
Yeah.
He has 11 kids, but in his words, he's not really big on fatherhood. NBA YoungBoy treating fatherhood the way the NBA's Nikola Jokic treats the NBA. You ever hear Joker talk about basketball at the same level of don't give a F that NBA Jokic has about basketball? NBA YoungBoy seems to have about being a father to his 11 kids. I shouldn't have to tell y'all that one of those things is not like the other, okay? Now, Donkey of the Day is all about giving people the credit they deserve for being stupid, but it's also about using things like this as a teachable moment. I didn't know I would have to say this, but my brothers, that is whack. All right, so many of us come from broken homes. So many of us had fathers or mothers that weren't big on having kids. But what bothers me about statements like this is NBA YoungBoy talks that gangster talk in his records. Not only does he talk that gangster talk, he talks that big money talk. Well, in the words of Jay-Z, a man that don't take care of his family can't be rich. So don't talk money talk to me if you're not big on fatherhood. And as far as being gangster, you can kill thousands of people in your records, but if you're not big on fatherhood, you're not G at all to me, okay? What did Alana say to Kane in Minister Society?
Kane,
I'm pregnant. You man enough to take a life, you ain't man enough to take care of one.
That's right. You man enough to take a life, but you not man enough to take care of one. Okay? And what was absolutely insane to me was when Bootleg Kev said to NBA Youngboy, you are a family man from what I see. And Youngboy says, I'm only in here because you're here. As if he was just using the kid as a prop for the conversation. Like, Youngboy, I had a vasectomy consultation this week. Okay? My wife wants me to cut the cable. You should do everyone the biggest favor and probably do the same. Okay, I don't know at what point do you realize you're not big on fatherhood? Is it after child 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, blue fish? Like, why do you have 11 children? You know, did it take 11 children to get to the point to say you're not big on fatherhood? Listen, we are in the era of generational curse breaking, okay? Those dysfunctional cycles we had to deal with, we the generation that's supposed to break those. And by the way, we are. Okay, let's not get it twisted because of NBA Youngboy. Facts. 70% of black fathers who live with their children were most likely to have bathed, dressed, changed, or helped their child with the toilet every day compared with their white and Hispanic counterparts. White is 60%, Hispanic is 45%. And that's according to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's National Health Statistics Report. Okay, those black fathers were also more likely to have eaten a meal with their children. Okay, the data showed, and yes, these numbers are high. The data shows not just for biological fathers living inside the home, but it also indicates that black fathers often step into the role of step parent or maintain consistent involvement when living outside the home. And that's not coming from me. Don't listen to me. I got a lisp. Okay, that came from Dr. Erlanger Turner, a licensed psychologist and associate professor of psychology at Pepperdine University in Malibu, California. Don't let NBA Youngboy fool you. There's a myth of the missing black father because, once again, stats show that close to 70% of all births to black mothers are non-marital, okay? Which gives rise to the stereotype that black fathers are largely absent. However, while black fathers are less likely than white and Hispanic fathers to marry their child's mother, many black fathers continue to parent through cohabitation and visitation, providing caretaking, financial, and in-kind support. Young boy, you getting to the money, so you got the resources. But let me tell you something, King. That money don't mean as much as your time. Okay, you need to be big on fatherhood. All right, you don't have the luxury of not being big on fatherhood because no present is better than your presence. And you can't just physically be there to be present. You have to mentally and emotionally be there. Be the adult you needed as a child. And look, man, NBA Youngboy, I'll shoot him some bail. He's only 24. I don't know the age of his oldest child, but I know that NBA Youngboy is only 24. Your full frontal cortex hasn't even fully developed yet. That's a fact, okay? The rational part of his brain won't be developed until he's 25. But I'm encouraging that young brother to do better now because a father's impact on child development is everything, okay? And you have 11 children. Those are your greatest responsibilities. Never broke again shouldn't just be about finances. It should be about homes. If you come from a broken home, you should make it your duty to never want to be a part of a broken home ever again. Sometimes we subconsciously become what we hate. We know that children who grow up with absent fathers can suffer lasting damage, all right? They're more likely to end up in poverty or drop out of school, become addicted to drugs, have a child out of wedlock, or end up in prison. That's why you have to be big on fatherhood, NBA Youngboy. Especially since you got the opportunity to be king. You're alive. You're actually here for your kids. Physically, you're not in prison. You are here, able and capable of taking care of those 11 children. All right. When you make a decision to have a child, you're also making the decision to take responsibility for that child. You have 11 responsibilities, and you cannot abandon your obligation as a parent because you have other plans. Like the music can't come before the children. The money can't come before the children. It just can't. No matter how big you think you doing it, you're not doing it big at all if you're not big on fatherhood. Please give NBA Youngboy the biggest hee-haw. Just a teachable moment, man. Mm-hmm. Come on, man. We got to be big on fatherhood.
Now, just want to tell you, you said he's he was in Utah. Well, he's on house arrest in Utah. That's why he's out the way. He can't leave the house. That's why he's in Utah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try that at home tonight. When my kids come up to me and say that they're hungry, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel like fathering today.
You don't feel like being? Well, he didn't say he don't feel like being fathering. He actually he's not big on fatherhood.
That's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm not big on fatherhood today.
No, you're not. You're not gonna do that.
When my daughter has to go to dance, I'm like, ask your mom to drive.
You know why you're not gonna?
I'm not.
You know why you're not gonna do that today? You're not gonna do that because you know better.
When the baby comes and her pamper got to be changed, I'm like, you change your own pamper.
You're not gonna do that because you know better. But once again, like I said, I'll shoot him a little bit of bail. He's 24 years old. Your full frontal cortex don't develop till you're 25. The rational part of his brain not even working yet. Okay, and we don't know what else could be causing, his brain not to be logically processing things the way that it should. But listen, I just want to tell all brothers out there, because this ain't just about NBA Youngboy. You have to be big on fatherhood, okay? And there's a myth of the missing black father, because black fathers are here, and we are showing up for our children. You heard the stats that I just read. Okay, okay, 70%. That's a big number.
But let's open up the phone line, because there's a lot of brothers out there that are big on fatherhood.
Good dad gang.
That's right.
It's a huge good dad gang.
I was just joking. I take care of my kids. I love my kids. I take my kids everywhere they need to go. I make sure I'm there. I try to nourish them. I try to give them everything I possibly can. More than my dad gave me, that he knew, more than I can afford, whether it's financial,
that's the way
whether
it's supposed
it's just
to be. Every generation supposed to be better than the last.
Absolutely. And my father and my mother are there for my kids as well. But let's open up the phone lines to all the good dads out there.
For
all
everybody
the good
that's big on fatherhood.
If you're big on
fatherhood, reach out and touch us.
That's right.
Now.
800-585-1051.
That's right.
I'm talking to all the girl dads out there. I'm talking to all the fathers out there that make sure they take care of their kid, whether you're with the mom or not, that you are there for your child.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the dads that do the stupid girl dad, the chairs with your daughter. I do it too. I did it yesterday. You want to see the chair me and my daughter put together?
No, I do not.
It was the Beyonce put a ring on. No, that was what song is that? What's it like to put a ring on it? Yeah, ring on it. Yeah, me and my daughter.
Single ladies. What the hell are you talking about?
Was it Single Ladies? It was Single Ladies. Yeah, I don't remember the song. It was a TikTok dance. But anyway, yeah, I'm nice with it. I could do the.
You sure you ain't the mom? Are you positive? Are we sure? I don't know what you identify as anymore. Are you sure?
800-585-1051. You know, my daughter asked if babies come out the butt.
All right, man. Everybody that's big on fatherhood, call us right now.
I don't know how to answer that one.
1-800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club.
She was like, do the babies come out the butt?
Breakfast Club.
Steady calling my phone.
It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy, man.
NBA Youngboy.
Salute the NBA Youngboy, you know what I mean? But you got to use opportunities like this as a teachable moment. NBA Youngboy, he said he wasn't big on fatherhood. Let's play the clip.
You do have a lot of children. I've been around you to see in a short amount of time that you're a great father. How important is fatherhood to you, man?
I'm not really big on it, to be honest.
What do you mean by that? You're not big on it? Like you're a family man. I'm here with you. I see it.
Yeah, but I'm only like in here because you here.
Oh, well, I don't believe
It's a crazy topic because I'm not the type like to sugarcoat nothing, but I'm 4 walls all day, every day.
When you say 4 walls, you mean locked in?
Yeah.
Just honed in on the music?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, man, salute to my guy Bootleg Kev too. That was on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Yep. But for me, whenever I see, narratives like that, what tends to happen is, all of these people, they run with that headline and they amplify stories like that. So it's just like, yo, that is a myth. The stereotype, the myth of the missing black father is exactly that. It's a myth. I read the stats during Donkey of the Day. Let me find them again. 70% of black fathers who live with their children are most likely to have bathed, dressed, changed, or helped their child with the toilet every day. Compared to white people, 60%. Compared to Hispanics, 45%. That's from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. Those black fathers are also more likely to have eaten a meal with their child. And those black fathers aren't even just biological fathers inside the home, but also indicates that black fathers often step into the role of step-parent or maintain consistent involvement when living outside the home. So, black fathers, man, a lot of us are big on fatherhood. So let's have all the brothers that are big on fatherhood call in right now.
That's right. 800-585-1051. And you should be big on fatherhood. You should be taking care of your kids. You should be doing more and extra. It should be less about you and more about nurturing your child. And if anybody knows me personally, all of my children, 9 times out of 10, because I always have them with me. I take every opportunity to teach, to have my kids. I will miss parties, shows, to make sure I'm at kids' games, recitals. I do the dances with my kids. We play Taboo, Monopoly. We do anything possible. I love my kids. That's the one thing I would say in this world that gives me my first joy is being with my family, my kids. It's no better joy than that. You ever have a bad day and then you pick up your baby from daycare and she come running to you? Oh my God. Charlamagne, you know how that feels?
What?
Okay. Red, you know how that feels?
I wasn't listening to you.
I said, if you have even a remotely bad day and you pick up your child from daycare, or you come home and that child runs to you like it's the first time she's seen you in years.
Oh, yeah, I love that every day. Every day.
All right, well, let's go to the phone line. We got Calvin on the line. Calvin, good morning.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, Calvin, good morning. We're talking about fatherhood. You big on fatherhood?
Yeah, it's Calvin. K-E-L, not Calvin. I hate that shit. My fault. It's cursing.
All right.
But, yeah, I'm big on fatherhood. My take on, like, what NBA Youngboy was saying kind of is, like, when you don't have that fatherhood example, you don't know the severity of, like, what's going on or, like, the image you hold in front of your kids' eyes. And, you know, me and my son's mother ain't together, but we both super active in his life. And, you know, I found somebody that's a good role model for him as well. So it's all about who you put in your child's life and the importance that you hold to, you know, the word fatherhood also. And it's like Charlamagne was saying, we got a lot of broken homes. So for him to be never broke again, you know, definitely should apply to a broken home.
That's
right,
right,
we have
my
way
brother.
too many of those.
That's right, my brother.
And that might be part of the reason why he feels like that. Like he said, maybe his dad is not in his life, so he doesn't know what to do or how to feel. You know what I mean?
I remember reading one time, I think his father got like 50 plus years in prison.
Oh, really?
I think for like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I thought I read that before, but you know, somebody can school me. You know, but listen, if you big on fatherhood, call us right now, man. Go to the phone. Let's talk to the brothers that's big on fatherhood.
Burnett.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? We're asking, are you big on fatherhood, brother?
Absolutely, man. That's like the number one job you have as a man, especially a black man.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's all you got for us?
Well, what else you need to know, Charlamagne? Right, you know, I raised 4 kids.
That's right.
Things didn't work out with the mom and I at that time. We were young. Kids stayed with me. And everything was about them at that point. It makes you want to be a better person, change your life, make sure that they don't struggle, and prepare for whatever this world has going on.
That's right, man. You know, I read some stats during Donkey of the Day about how, you know, close to 70% of all births to black mothers are non-marital, but that makes people think that black fathers are largely absent, but it says that black fathers are less likely than white and Hispanic fathers to marry their child's mother. But all of those black fathers continue to parent, well, many of them continue to parent through cohabitation and visitation. And they provide caretaking, financial, and in-kind support. So even though you may not be married to the mother of your child, you're still there for your children, and that's what's important.
Well, see, at the time when all my kids were born, we were married. We got divorced afterwards. I was there. I saw it all.
Got you.
Right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
No doubt.
Hello, who's this?
It's Siobhan from Jersey.
Hey, what's up, brother? We're talking about
being
fatherhood.
big on fatherhood.
Are
You big on fatherhood?
Absolutely, I'm big on fatherhood. When I first had my son, it changed my life completely. Before my son, I was walking around gang banging. I used to walk around with a 38 for no reason. When I found out I have my son, I went and got my license because it's the wintertime. There's no way I'm getting on the bus with a newborn baby. Had to go back to school, trade school for electrical. Now I'm working for a big company, bringing in decent money for my family, and I have another newborn on the way. It's
Congrats.
the best thing that ever happened to me. Best thing. Every day I come home, I look forward to just giving my son a hug. Like, there's no better feeling than coming home and your kid waiting right there for you. Like, I still give my son kisses because I know once he gets older, he's going to start pushing me away, but I'm enjoying every bit of that while I can.
Absolutely.
It's the best thing that ever happened to me. And my father was the one that set that example for me because he was a great father, great provider, so I had to follow his footsteps. It was only right.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You know, something that he said that was key, man. Like, he said he's had a great father.
He learned from his father.
So he saw it. And I think that's what's so remarkable to me about so many black men that I know, man. So many black men didn't have that example themselves, but somehow or another we figured out a way to be better than what we saw.
Right.
You know, so salute to us.
And that's how we should be. And it never gets old. I mean, even at my age, and my dad's in his 80s, if something happens or something's wrong, my dad pulls up. He's there immediately. He's the first one there. What's up? I'm there. I'm dad. I'm riding. So salute to all the black dads out there. 800-585-1051. We're talking fatherhood this morning. And the question, 800-585-1051. What's the question, Charlamagne?
Are you big on, and it's not about being big on fatherhood. I want all the brothers that are big on fatherhood to call in. It's not a question. If you big on fatherhood like we big on fatherhood, we love being fathers, call in right now.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
If y'all talking about it, you know we talking about it. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, Charlamagne gave Donkey of the Day to NBA Youngboy. Why?
Because NBA Youngboy said he's not big on fatherhood, man. You know, and he's got 11 kids. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a choice, okay? You got 11 responsibilities, whether you want to have those responsibilities or not. So, you know, I want everybody that's big on fatherhood, man, all the brothers that's big on fatherhood, reach out and touch us right now.
Hello, Terrence.
What's up? How y'all doing this morning?
We doing good, brother. We're talking about being big on fatherhood. Is that you?
I'm the big father of the decade, man. You can pull me up on my Instagram posts. It's me and my kids. Me and my wife got 4. Been married 31 years. We got twins, a 30-year-old daughter. Everybody went to college. Everybody went to grad school, got their masters. And I came home from prison and just stuck with them. So my profile picture, you can pull up on Instagram. You got Instagram, Charlamagne, Envy?
Yeah, my Instagram is C2God, CTHAGOD. Matter of fact, y'all follow me, man. I've been stuck at 4.5 million followers for a while. Follow me on Instagram.
I wanted you to pull my profile picture up right quick and see the post earthquake shit, if you don't mind.
I got you.
What is it?
It's Terrence, TERRENCE, F, the number 1.
Hey, how old are you, man? You sound like you should be on Facebook. How old are you?
I'm 51.
51. I'm right behind you. I'm 45. What is it?
Yeah,
Terrence, what? Now, slow down for me now.
TERRENCE, EV, and the number 1.
Okay, EV1. All right, now we cooking. Let me see.
You'll see, I took a picture 20 years ago when they was coming to visit me in prison. They was 3 years old. Then 20 years later, you see me doing the same picture with my sons. Everybody got on their cap and gown and their master.
You see it? I
so
see
you put your kids first.
Wow.
If you put your kids first, you know what I'm saying? Good things that happen.
What's Be the Movement, brother? What's that?
That's if you look up the website, Be the Movement. I know Donald Rollins probably told you about the twins, the Black Excellent Twins at VCU.
Yep.
That was my son. They were going to school, and we partnered up with the school to bring more kids. Cause black parents didn't know VCU had black doctors up there, so we did videos to bring more kids to the school. So we partnered up with the school so they can graduate with without owing all that money. So we're selling up to $16,000-$17,000 in T-shirts, but we were getting a lot of contracts from businesses, but they wanted to change my son's image. They didn't want them to do black education stuff. They wanted them to do street stuff. So my sons walked away from it.
Man, I'm about to make a donation to y'all right now. I love this picture, man. This is a beautiful picture of you in prison with your kids. When they young.
But you know the funny thing, Charlamagne? I shared the picture with my wife. We was all together. The internet took the picture and said the dad come home and raise his kids by himself. They changed the image of my whole family. And Earthquake shared it, so what I did was just change the wording, because my wife the one took the picture. They make up she wasn't even part of their life.
Wow.
That was the internet did.
Well, congratulations. I see the picture you talking about with Donnell Rawlins as well, man. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, that's my dog, man. Me and him get together all the time. I love that dude, man. Yeah. I'll do anything for him.
I don't even know who that is. Listen, where can I make a donation to Be the Movement?
$, Daddy Slam. That's my grandfather's name. And
D is in dog?
Oh, boy. Just DM him, brother.
Just send me a DM.
I see you with that Ferrari, too, bro. It look nice, too, man. I see you out there.
I just followed you, man. DM me.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, we was in Ben Wallace's house that day having a ball. You know what I'm saying? So that was good, man. Yeah, me, Ben Wallace, they're on the picture, too. I got the video, but I never posted it because we're in there with our families. Me, down there, Rollins, Austin. We was with our families, so I ain't never posted.
Don't answer this if you don't want to. You a former dope boy?
Yeah.
Big time.
Oh, yeah, I can't one of the largest marijuana conspiracies Virginia ever seen.
Big dope. Okay, never mind.
You can pull that up, too.
When you start naming certain names, okay.
What part of Virginia? Richmond?
I'm in Newport News, man.
Oh, you the Hampton Roads. So so you was with and all them down there.
Oh, you know Envy snitch.
Oh, yeah, man. But Adam Iverson and everybody. My party was some of everybody, man.
You know Envy
God been good, you know what I'm saying? God been good.
Please bleep
Boy, Envy such a snitch.
Right,
he's just a snitch for no reason.
But if you make a donation, Charlamagne, $, Daddy Slam. I need it.
I ain't making no donation right now. I got to make sure I'm just playing with you. I got you, brother. I got you.
In a couple
man, y'all are blessing, man. And Charlamagne, I appreciate what both of y'all do. You're not scared to claim God. You're not scared to let people know you made mistakes in your past and you grew from them. Brothers need to hear stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. And
we all came from there, and I love y'all, man.
Love you too, man. Brothers like you are inspiration to us as well, man.
And shout out to everybody in the
I appreciate y'all.
Yep.
All right. Thanks a lot, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is be big on fatherhood.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Nothing else to talk about.
All right, and when we come back, we got your rumor report. Speaking of dads, Boosie, he's a little sad because his kids are not around, and we'll explain when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
SZA, we need you to drop that deluxe, man. Because we got to play some new SZA records. Jesus Christ, man. We've been playing this record for 17 years. And we've only been on 14.
We play it every morning.
Lord have, and don't get me wrong, I love SZA. That's one of my daughter's favorite artists.
But we need some new music.
We got this. Please drop a deluxe SZA.
Well, we can play something else off the album.
We definitely could.
All right. Morning, everybody. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. We were talking about fathers, so let's jump into Boosie.
Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Right. Now, we all know Boosie, friend to the room. Boosie will talk about everything. He'll make jokes about everything. But the other day he went on live and he talked about how he feels when his kids are not at the house.
My kids went home today, bro. I'm kind of sad. When my kids go back, I'll be kind of sad, bro. Be having me sad, bro. Feeling like I'm a failure. That my kids don't live with me, man. Be having me feeling like I'm a failure, bro. I know, man. It just be... I built this home so my kids will live with me, man. Stress me out sometimes.
Yeah, I just wanted to get that on after the topic. It's just being a dad. It doesn't matter. Like, you want your kids around you. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, what your job is, how much money you make. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you want your kids around you.
We big on fatherhood. Especially, when you get to a certain age, you realize, like, that's all life is about. Life is about family. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. There's nothing that makes me happier on this planet than my wife and my children.
That's right.
Period.
Now, 50 Cent says he has some new ideas. He says, my new idea is so big, I don't have time to be distracted. I'm practicing abstinence. I've been meditating and focusing on my goals. I hope this new year helps you excel to the next level. Branson. So 50 is said he's practicing abstinence.
By the way, all 50 is saying is that you have to make sacrifices in order to get to your greater goal. I don't think people realize that. I think we live in this era where people feel like, you can just have it all and do it all. I think sometimes we don't realize the trade is if you want more, you got to give up some things. Mm-hmm. And he's just making sacrifices right now.
That's right.
That's a great sacrifice.
Now, Glorilla says she started her 90-day celibacy for the New Year's. And
what's she doing? What's her goal? Why is she doing this?
She says she's on her 9th day and her vision is blurry as F right now. She said, please send help. So I guess that's...
Why your vision blurry? What that mean?
I don't know. I guess celibacy is not working out. She's having some problems.
Somebody school your old Uncle Charlotte. I don't know what that mean when your vision get blurry because you ain't been getting none.
She just wants some. That's all. Her vision is blurry. She just needs some.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes you need the and you
answer
get
the
vision
question.
blurry.
You don't even know what you're talking about.
That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Listen, how do you know? You don't know the answer, but you say I don't know the answer.
I know what you said ain't the answer.
How you know?
I just know.
You don't know.
I know you. You don't know much.
You don't know me.
I do know.
You don't know me.
I know you too well. That's the problem.
You don't know me.
You know what I'm so confused by? We spent all last year rotating guest co-hosts, and I thought we was rotating guest co-hosts before we let God decide who was supposed to be in here. Now it's 2024. What happened? Did we just say F it? There's not going to be another co-host?
Well, at first,
I can't take talking to you.
I can't take talking to you either. At first, it was going to be a couple of months, right?
No, it never was going to be a couple of months. That was y'all idea. I always said a year.
I thought it was going to be a couple of months.
That's why we don't like you for you to think. I told you this already.
I didn't want to do this for a year. I didn't want to do that. I don't want to just talk to you for a year.
I knew for a year. I was like a year. I said it's going to take at least a year. Because Angela Yee is what I always say. She's irreplaceable. You know what I mean? So it's like the person that's coming in here is not replacing anyone. If there's somebody coming in here. That's my whole point of having this conversation. What the hell happened?
You know everything. You tell me.
This one I'm confused by.
Now you confused?
I don't know what the hell is happening. If anything is happening at all.
Yeah, I can't do this too much longer, just me and you. This is starting to feel awkward.
What the hell's going on, man?
And you start looking in my eye, it just makes me feel nervous and uncomfortable.
I'm not doing that with you this year.
I'm not.
You're not doing that.
It's been 3 days and we haven't flirted one time, and I'm fine with it.
Yo.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yo.
It's been 3 days and I'm fine with it. Just don't look at me.
Sim. Get your mans.
No, get your mans.
Get your mans.
Get your mans.
Get your mans.
It's been 3 whole days.
Oh, God. I just want to know what's going on, man, if anything. Because it don't feel like nothing.
It don't feel like nothing? You want it to feel like something?
It ain't no motion. What's happening? That's all.
All right. No.
I just don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not even joking with y'all. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't.
All right. Well, that is your rumor.
Have
report.
we said F it? Are we just gonna say F it?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing the rumors a whole year. It's not gonna happen. I'm tired. I don't want to get in people's lives and get their relationship and talk about. I don't want
to rotate guest co-host no more though.
I don't want to talk. It's enough.
Thank you, Boosie. You know what? Let's go to commercial.
That's right. All right. Well, that is your rumor report. When we come back, we got the People's Choice mix. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Get your ass up. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Salute to James Samuel again for joining us this morning.
Salute to James, man. James really is one of my favorite people, man, just because his energy is just amazing. Like, he reminds me of kind of like a young Kanye with some Khaled and some Hove. Like, he has that level of confidence and that level of vision and that level of belief in his abilities, man. And it translates into his films. You know, I'm sure y'all seen The Harder They Fall. Great black Western, and this new movie, The Book of Clarence, man, he took us from the Old West to the New Testament. This new movie, The Book of Clarence, is very layered, very great film starring Lakeith Stanfield, Tiana Taylor, and some others, man. So make sure y'all check that out this Friday and go check out our conversation with him on Breakfast Club YouTube page right now.
That's right. And when we come back, we got the positive notice, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time to get up out of here. Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, man. Salute to everybody out there on their healing journey. Everybody out there that's doing the work on themselves, going to therapy, doing what we need to do to be better individuals, man. I just want y'all to know that the deeper you heal, the higher you raise the bar on who has access to you. And it's not out of arrogance. It's about protecting the peaceful, calm, drama-free life you've worked so hard to elevate. This new chapter requires you to be less accessible to any type of toxicity. Enjoy your day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?